Hello, welcome to Intermediocre Rambles number 2. The first episode, we went over the coronavirus, Doordash, and sports. Today we have 4 topics, and 2 of them kind of have to do with the same thing, and 2 of them don't. We have 4 topics. We're going to get with the first one. We're going to try to mix it up a little bit. I got my SteelSeries headset yesterday. Was it yesterday or the 5th, one or the other? I think it was the 5th. I don't think I got it yesterday, and I loved it so far. I was talking to my friend Justin. Shout out to him. I will make sure I link him to this video. And I was talking to him and my friend Jesse, which he's actually been in a couple videos. He was in my second duo win ever. That was him. He didn't have a mic on. He said to get a SteelSeries. Justin said to get a Razer headset. I went online and looked up which one I should get. And reason why I don't use my other headset, or I'm only going to use it for emergencies, is because it makes my ears sweat a lot. Because it's like 75 degrees up here all the time. And even with the fan on, it makes my ears sweat. And I found that SteelSeries has cloth ear pads. So I bought one of those, and it's a little wiggly, so that's one thing I don't like about it. But it's breathable. I've been wearing these for about an hour, and they don't make my ears sweat. If I had my other ones on, I would be sweating after 10 minutes. So that was just a little quick update on my headset. Didn't buy it for the mic. I heard it's a really good mic. Mic's downstairs. I'm still using my Inner Gear or whatever that rip-off version is that I bought on Amazon. Alright, so next up, what should we talk about? I have 3 big ones. I have another DoorDash story. We're gonna get to that at the end. Let's go with reopening Illinois first. So, our Governor Pritzker announced I think that was yesterday too. A whole bunch of phases. There's 5 phases on how we're reopening Illinois, and we'll go through them right now because we have plenty of time to do that. So, here's the phase 1. I'll tell you what phase we are in a second. Phase 1, rapid spread. Strict stay-at-home and social distancing guidelines are put in place, and only essential businesses remain open. Every region has experienced this phase once already, and can return to it if mitigation, okay, I said it right, efforts are unsuccessful. Phase 2, which is the one we're in, non-essential retail stores reopen for curbside pickup and delivery. Illinoisans are directed to wear a face covering once outside the home and can begin enjoying additional outdoor activities like golf, boating, and fishing while practicing social distancing. Phase 3, he said, the earliest we can get this is by May 29th. Manufacturing, offices, retail shops, barber shops, and salons can be open to the public with capacity and other limits and safety precautions. Gathering of 10 people or fewer are allowed, and face coverings and social distancing are the norm. Phase 4, which is revitalization, gatherings of 50 people or fewer are allowed. Restaurants and bars reopen. Travel resumes. Child care and schools reopen under guidance from the IDPH, Illinois Department of Public Health. Same thing, face coverings and social distancing are the norm. And Phase 5. The economy fully reopens with safety precautions continuing. Everything goes back to normal. Festivals are allowed back. Businesses, schools, places of recreation, everything opens back up. So he said that the earliest we can do this is May 29th. In the last 4 days, we went from about 3,100 cases to 2,600 to 2,100, back up to 2,400. So it's kind of between 2,000 and 3,000, just around there over the last week. If we can stay there or possibly even get down to under 2,000 for the first time in like 2 weeks, we'll be able to do that by May 29th. The outcome of all of this, though, is a completely different story. Let's say we go through phase 3, we start phase 3 May 29th, or May 31st, for example. Let's say we do that on May 31st, but let's say our cases go from 2,100 on the 29th, 1,800 on the 30th, and 4,300 on the 31st. Does that mean that we are going to stay? If we go up, does that mean we have to extend it longer, like to the end of June? Or does that mean maybe it's just a one-day thing? Because like one day we went up to 2,000 cases, but the next day we went down to 1,200 cases. It's on and off. But what is good about this, though, is Pritzker said that we are a lot lower than we were expected to be. He said we were expected to have like 30%, I think 30% of cases be positive. I believe right now we are at 19 out of the total tested. So that is good. That is good news. And it is going to be getting a lot warmer out soon. Like, I think the next week is supposed to be 70, perfect time to dash. So that's good. The warmer it gets, the more the virus might die off. But a lot more people are going outside, so the cases might spike up. Alright, let's move on to a different topic, because we've talked too much about the virus lately. I have a Doordash story. I have a few Doordash stories that we can talk about after this one. After this topic, sorry. This topic, I don't know why I did announce this in the first, or talk about this in the first video. The PlayStation 5 was announced. Well, I mean, not announced. Well, yeah, it was announced. It was not revealed yet. The controller was revealed, though, which is the DualSense 5. Or the DualSense. Not DualShock anymore, because it's like vibration shock, get it? Alright, so what DualSense is going to be doing is it's going to feel like it's a lot tougher, like if you're pushing a, let's say, like with Uncharted 4, you have to push a crate. Like, if I do this, which is R2, it's going to be like a lot harder to push R2. I think that's how it's going to work. I'm not sure yet. I don't know how that's going to work. I really want an Uncharted game. There's obviously going to be at least 2 Uncharted games in Uncharted 5. Well, that might be Uncharted 5. There's obviously going to be a couple Uncharted games in the PlayStation 5 era. I was talking to my stream about NHL and MLB The Show. I'm guessing MLB The Show will be 21. MLB The Show 21 will be on the PS4 and PS5. That is my guess for that, because it comes out in like April, around March or April, which is the perfect time because it's 6 months after the console comes out. But I was talking about NHL 21, which is due around September. Then I realized that it wouldn't be out on PS5 because it's not out yet. Same thing with back in NHL 14. There was no NHL 14 for PS4. It was NHL 15, which had Bergeron on the front, because Doc and Eddie were announcing the PS4 version, and the PS3 version was, I believe, Gary Thorne still. And I was like, oh, I just wasted $60 on this crap. I still remember that day. So I really hope there's going to be a couple Uncharted games for the PlayStation 5. MLB The Show 21 will obviously be on PS4 and PS5. Maybe just PS5. I'm not sure. It's supposed to be backwards compatible, so I think it might be on both. And NHL is going to be... Well, maybe it will be on both of them. But the PS5 won't release... The PS5 version won't release until it releases. We don't have a release date yet. I wish I can put a picture of it. But it looks kind of like the Xbox controller, if you want a side-by-side comparison. So just look up PS5 controller or DualSense controller next to Xbox controller, and it'll probably come up. Alright, so that was the third, and we're down to the final one. We talked about Doordash in the first... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, when I'm doing this ramblings, I try to find a picture like this that's black and white so you can see the text over it. I was tempted to going with that one with Nate and Sam fighting a bunch of people. Or that one I didn't like because it's so bright. The other one's like this one. Or was it this one or this one? Which actually, if you look at it, it's the same exact pose. I was going to go with this one, but I went with this one. Alright. Doordash stories. I have a few of them. Well, a few that I can think of. First of all, going to the same houses and apartments is kind of weird. Like, for example, today I went to the same apartment twice. No, yes, the same apartment twice. Two of the same apartment twice, and the same house once. So, we'll go with the house one first. A few days ago, I had a call. I want to say it was Chipotle. I want to say this is about a week ago already. And it was to this big house that had a 2020 grad thing on it, because nobody can graduate, obviously, because of the virus. And I was like, why does this name sound familiar? And I get the next one, and it's from the same house. This was today. They're 2 separate orders, and it was a Buffalo Wild Wings for $8. So there's actually coming back to that. I will say this: there's 4 different types of ratings on DoorDash. I forgot to say this in the first one. There's acceptance rating, there's completion rating, there's average customer rating, and there is I'm missing one. Average customer rating, completion, acceptance, and on time or early. So my on time or early is I think 97. Completion rate's about 94. Oh no, I think it's 95. My acceptance rate is only about 54, I think. And for some reason, my average customer rating went down to 4.71 out of 5. So it's still a lot, really good. But it was 4.79 when I started today. It went down 0.8, and I think I know why. 2 different things could happen. One, the house, when you pull up to the house, you have to swipe on arrival. And then it'll say, leave at door, or ring doorbell, or call this number when you're here. The thing said, ring doorbell, and leave. Ring doorbell, put food on the porch, and you can leave. So what I do is I get out of my car, swipe after arrival, put the food on the porch, ring the doorbell twice, and leave. That's why I think my customer rating went down. Because I don't know if they didn't get the food or they're just dumb. Because that's the second time I went there 2 days in a row and I didn't get anything. Nobody came outside and got the food. I don't get why. Next time I go there, if I ever go there again, I'm going to call them. Another time I doubt this is what happened. So I got to another call, which is another of the same apartments. There's one's called 655 and 635, and it's by 20, 35, 15, 55, whatever. I had a call to 655 today, and the apartment was, I'm not going to see the street, I'll see the apartment, because who cares about the street. 113 was it. So when you swipe out the arrival, it says, do this or do that. So it says dial 123, or yeah, 123 on the thing, and we'll buzz you in. So I dial 123. I call it on the buzzing. She answers. It's the right person. I said, "Hi, this is your DoorDash driver. Can you let me in?" And she says, "I'm letting you in now." That door doesn't buzz. So when you try to open it, it was locked. It wouldn't move. So what happened next is I called back at the same thing saying the door didn't open in time, or I don't know if I didn't open it in time. So she says, "I'm opening it now." I keep pulling on it right after she says that, nothing. So I keep her on the call on the 3rd time I call, and I'm moving it, and nothing's happening. So the 4th time I say, I don't know if the door doesn't work or something, and she says she's going to come down. I don't think it keeps going after this for a second. I don't think that's what brought it down, because the door just didn't work. The next thing that happened, though, was the dumbest thing that's happened so far. So, right after she says she's coming down, someone comes out of the elevator, not her, someone moving a whole bunch of tables and chairs, and she opens the door for me. Right after she said she's coming down and the door would not open. If I would have got there about 2 or 3 minutes later, none of this would have happened. But she was nice. I don't think she brought the stuff down, because she didn't seem like the person to do that. But that house that I delivered the Buffalo Wild Wings to and Chipotle to 2 separate times, they gave me really bad tips. The $8 was fine. I'll take the $8 any time. But the $4 one for Chipotle was bad. And I think this is the second time they gave me bad ratings, because they say exactly just leave at door, ring doorbell, leave at door, knock on door, leave at door. And both times they well, let's give him 1 star just to ruin his ratings. Because the lower the ratings go, the lower amount of orders you get. I made $71 today, by the way. And the last story. This is one of the most just stressful deliveries I've ever made. Cinco de Mayo was Tuesday. This time I can remember that because it was on Taco Tuesday. So there's a whole bunch of specials going on for Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday. There's a place called Good Tequila in Elk Grove Village. I think that might be a what's it called? A chain. It's called Good Tequila, Good Tequila. I don't remember. Tequila. So I get there. I had 3 orders there, two separate times. The first time I got there was about 3 o'clock. My pickup time was about 3:15, and I didn't leave the first time till about 3:40. No, it couldn't have been that early. I think I got the call at 3:30, picked it up around 4, which is about 25-minute wait. And then, as I was delivering their food, I get a call for $8 to go there. And it was right around the corner. It was a mile away. So I picked that up, and on my way back there, I get another call to that place. So I get there about 4:30. My dad was there too, because he had a call at Chipotle and a tequila place. So he picked up the Chipotle and drove around the corner and gave me another mask because N95s suck. That should be another topic we should talk about. Not this video. And we both stand in there next to each other because social distancing, but if a cop ever came in and said, well, you're not social distancing, we live together, I can be showing my IDs and leave. There's actually another story you gotta talk about after this. I was there from 4:45, probably about 4:30. And they ordered, I think, 8 things in total. I think one ordered 3 and one ordered 5. And I was there until 5:40. I was there for an hour. There were people coming in and out because they got their food before me. I waited an hour, and my completion rate went down by 3% because they took their sweet time to make 2 tacos. I think, let's see if I remember. I think they ordered 3 tacos and 3 burritos. And I think like a chips and dip or something. It took an hour for them to make it. And I had my ice cream store. I had to work there from 6 to 9. So I text my manager and say, I don't know if I'll make it in time. He said, that's fine, come whenever. From 7 to 9 or whatever. I left at 5:40 so I can still get there by 6. But that was the most insane bull crap I've ever seen. It does not take an hour, even on Cinco de Mayo. It does not take an hour. And the funny thing is, 15 minutes before I got that last order, or 15 minutes before I left, the guy said, I'm looking for Gail. It's coming right out. I waited 21 minutes and it still didn't show up. So I said, screw it. I'll take the 2% loss and I'm just going to go to work. And that was insane. I think I made $50-something yesterday. It was horrible. There was another story. It's another taco place, and my dad went there. Not the same place. It was a different one. He left already. He left at 5:30. He got there around 4:15 and still had no... He waited there for an hour, and it said it was coming out at 5:30. He left 15 minutes before. So, one thing... It's another place, a taco place on Roselle Road. Taco Maya. I'll give him a shout out. Who cares? It's a restaurant. It's public. Taco Maya in Roselle. So he gets there. There's about, I don't remember how many people were out there. 8 or 9 people out there. I mean, for food. He goes in, says he's here for Bob or something. Goes out, and the police show up. Now this is where the thing gets dumb. The police go inside. Though this is what he told you. The police go inside, come back out, and they see they're closing the restaurant. Not because someone coughed in the food, not someone sick inside, not because they want to. The reason why was because there were too many people waiting for food. Too many people. There weren't even 10 people out there. The rule is, in the phases thing and in general, 10 people or less can gather. And they have to be 6 feet away from everybody, and they have to have masks on. My dad said they were everywhere. They were nowhere close to each other. They all were 6 feet apart and had masks on, and they were all waiting for their food. So they closed down the restaurant. That is illegal. You cannot close down a restaurant because they're busy. You can look this up too. They say that they would be violating the order, and I would be careful. But if they were all standing inside next to each other, that'd be a different story. But they were all separated, and they closed it. That's illegal. Next time, if that ever happens to me, I'm going to say, why do I have to leave? Because we're all distancing. We're not even close to each other. We're all 6 feet apart. We still all have masks on. Why are you closing down the store, and why are you trying to make sure everybody leaves? We're not breaking any rules. And if they say, if you don't leave, we'll arrest you, let them. If they arrest you and you're gonna call your mom or someone to come bail you out, so, hey Tyler, why didn't you get arrested? Whose phone number is this? This is the police's phone number. I was arrested. Oh my god, why are you arrested? Because I waited for food for Doordash outside, away from everybody. And that's when you sue the crap out of Illinois, because they can't arrest you for waiting for food away from everybody. That's literally all I have. I actually have this one tiny 30-second story. There's a Chipotle in Deer Park. I got a call there, and this is the first day you had to have your mask on when you're outside. Not outside, but like around people. I found an obvious way. The parking lot is not far away, but it's far enough away than like 50 feet from everybody. So I asked for the name with my mask on, and then when I get back to the car, I stand by the car and wait. Because then they just hold the bag up. It's ready. Alright, that's all I have today. I don't know how long this is going to be. I think this is got to be at least 15 minutes long. Rambling number 3 will be sooner or later. I'm not sure exactly when. It's just going to pop up whenever I want to make a video. But anyways, until next video, SEEYAAKA, see ya!